Please welcome Austin High School's scenes from Israel Horovitz, a Rosen by any other name. Woo!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Orenchinsky, and I am the oldest living man in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. The year is 1943. The 12-year-old boy at the piano is Stanley Rosen. In 3 months' time, he'll have his bar mitzvah. That's the father right there in the easy chair, Barney Rosen. That's the mother over there, Pearl Rosen. Before our story begins, Mrs. Rosen has something to say to you about hysteria. Oh, yes, there's one more thing. From time to time, I'll be playing a few extra parts. I just thought I should warn you, in case you get confused. I am a master of disguise. Mrs. Rosen, hysteria.
You want to know what hysterical is? Hysterical is discovering that Mr. Ferrantelli, the Italian sculptor who is carving a chopped liver statue for your only son's bar mitzvah, has bought 57 pounds of ham salad instead, and tells you straight-faced, "Tell me the truth, Mr. Rosen, who's going to really know the difference?" That, from me to you, is hysterical.
Stanley, I'm trying to read.
Do you know what I'm thinking about?
In fact, I do.
You do.
I do.
Do you know what they're saying in the fort about Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
He hates Jews.
How'd you guess? Did you hear something at school?
No.
So how? How is it my son suspects the President of the United States of Jew-hating?
And how is it my son claims to know his mother's unspoken thoughts?
Because every time my mother opens her mouth and talks to me, she tells me about another grotesque idea to embarrass me at my bar mitzvah. Chopped liver statues? A strolling accordion in front of me?
There was a strolling accordion at the coronation party for the King of England, thank you very much.
Or she yells, "Practice, Stanley."
Practice, Stanley.
Or when my father finally talks to me, he tells me about another Jew here who's going to attack us. Today is the President of the United States. Yesterday it was my Hebrew teacher who snuck into a parking space ahead of me.
I could not see in the
It
snow!
was clearly Red Breckman in his 39 DeSoto.
Let me tell you something, young man. Every word that comes back from Europe is telling us that they are rounding up the Jews.
Barney! You promised me.
May I see you in the kitchen a moment, please?
What's Poppy saying, Mama? Are the Nazis coming to Canada?
Practice, Stanley.
I know it's late, Fern, but I've got to talk to you.
Did I not tell you to never call after 8?
Fern, do you think the kids at school hate me because I'm Jewish?
That's not why the kids at school hate you,
Oh,
Stanley.
that's great. I'm so relieved.
I'm going to hang up now, Stanley.
Sure. I understand. Great talking to you, Fern. And I'll see you in my dreams.
That is a grotesque idea, Stanley. Good night.
Are they bombing us?
Stanley, help me close the blackout curtains.
Poppy, are they bombing us? What's happening?
It's only practice, Stanley.
What is bombing Canada, Stanley?
Not yet.
The war is not coming to Canada, Stanley. I promise you, and your father promises.
You can't make promises for the Nazis. before I started Hebrew lessons.
Should not a man be called Mister?
Sure, a man.
And how old is a Jewish man, Mr. Rosen?
Oh, you mean once I'm bar mitzvahed? I get it.
And that was troubling you?
Oh, no. It's my parents. My father sees Jew haters everywhere he turns, and my mother wants to feature me in chopped liver.
In what sense, Mr. Rosen?
Carved in a statue at my bar mitzvah reception. Why do you always answer questions with questions, Reverend?
Which teaches you more, Mr. Rosen? Making answers or asking questions?
Mama, listen to me. Couldn't I just have a simple bar mitzvah? Just me, God, 10 Jews, and a Torah?
Listen to me, Stanley Rosen. This is the bar mitzvah that I deserve, and you will have it. And let me tell you something else, young man. There is another bar mitzvah being planned as we
Please
speak.
don't.
Yours is hardly a shoo-in for the best bar mitzvah in Sault Ste. Marie. Believe you me.
This is embarrassing.
Tell them about the bar mitzvah, Barney.
What about it?
Without Stanley's full cooperation, will Irving Yanover's bar mitzvah be better than ours?
Oh, that is embarrassing.
Embarrassing is a word that hasn't been spoken in this Havana. Tonight, inside of 3 minutes, 2 mentions.
Stanley!
I'll get it. Hello?
Who's this?
This is Stanley.
Hi, Pisca. This is your cousin, Manny Boxbaum.
Manny box bombs in the war.
Not anymore, he isn't. Manny Boxbaum's in Ottawa, and he'll be coming to your house to stay for a while in about 4 days' time.
He is? You are? Is this really you, Manny?
Does cornflakes come in boxes?
It certainly does.
And I certainly am. I'll be there a week from Saturday. I'll call back with the exact train.
Oh, Manny, this is such great news. You're coming just in time to save my life, Manny. Mom, Poppy, you'll never guess in a million years who that was. Cousin Manny Boxbaum, he's out of the war.
Yes, he said he might be coming to stay with us for a while.
You knew he might?
He said he'd call. I'm delighted.
So when's he coming?
A week from Saturday. Oh, this is great. How long do you think he'll stay, Mama?
Manny Boxbaum can stay in our house as long as he wants. Isn't that right, Barney?
Well, absolutely. But Stanley, you're going to have to go easy on Manny for a while. He needs lots of rest.
Why?
He's what they call shell-shocked.
What's shell-shocked?
Oh, well, shell-shocked has to do with being around too many, guns.
Manny is very nervous. It's a nervous kind of illness.
You mean Manny is crazy?
Oh, no! Just nervous.
Just a little nervous, that's all.
And he's coming here because he needs a lot of rest.
Hey, Manny? Hey, Manny!
Hey, Stanley! Look at you. You grew 2 more feet.
What would I do with 2 more feet? I can hardly get along with the 2 I've got. Ouch. You don't look, not okay.
What?
Are you crazy? I kind of heard that.
What? Who told you that?
There were hints. Is shell-shocked crazy or what?
Shell-shocked is definitely not crazy. A little nuts, maybe, but never crazy.
I'm glad you're here, Manny. I really need your help. How do you feel about chopped liver statues?
Yeah.
It looks lovely.
Lovely.
You don't think it's too tight under the yoke?
The yoke is perfect.
Well, okay, if you say so. You, heard about the rock through Silver Swag's window?
You see, Per, you see? Queen Street, Sault Ste. Marie. Not Poland, not Czechoslovakia. Queen Street.
Somebody threw a rock through his window?
As big as a fist.
You see, Per, let's start it. The day before yesterday, it was Mari Ginsberg, the chemist. Today, it's Dave Silverswag, the furrier.
Don't be silly.
Oh, silly. 2 rocks in 1 week through 2 windows, and both windows belong to Jewish merchants.
Oh, please, Barney, it's a coincidence.
Are you blind, Per? You mark my words, Canada and the United States will do the same thing to their Jews that Germany is doing to its Jews. You mark my words.
Barney, this is simply true. Tell him, Mr. Odenshinsky. Tell him.
No, tell her, Mr. Odenshinsky.
Go on, tell Mr. Odenshinsky.
Do you see this? It started, Pearl. You mark my words, it has started.
This is weird.
It's just meatloaf.
I mean now, even without Daddy.
Your father is, well, he's overwrought.
He's acting so crazy.
Your father and I have known each other for nearly 20 years, Stanley. We've seen the best and worst of each other, believe you me.
Is this Daddy's worst?
Not yet. Close, but not yet. Hello, Bonnie.
Hi, Poppy.
I'm sure that you have both noticed that I have been silent since this morning.
I noticed, yeah.
I noticed.
Now, this morning, when the rock smashed through my window, I don't know, lost, panicked. I said to myself, Bonnie, try to figure out what the great scholars would do in a crisis situation like this. I studied, and I found that they all used silence. They stopped all talk until they knew what they were actually going to do. And so did I. I know exactly what we're going to do. We're changing our name.
We're changing our name? Are you kidding?
I am most definitely not kidding.
What are you doing, Bonnie?
I am studying the Canadian law governing the changing of an unwanted or unsavory name.
Does this mean you're staying up?
If you want to sleep, sleep.
I'll address. We'll have ourselves a night.
I could have married Estelle Sugarman. She was extremely fond of me.
What are you saying? Estelle Sugarman got killed by a car 2 years ago.
That's exactly my point.
That is mentally sick.
I'm sorry.
You wanna?
Yes, I want to. No, I won't. I'm studying.
What's the scrapbook for?
I have to go back 5 generations and prove conclusively that I am really a Rosen. Look, Pearl. You pregnant? Oh, you were so beautiful. You still are, Pearl. Even more. You wanna?
There's only one man on the face of the earth with whom I wanna, and his name is Bonnie Rosen. Capital R, small O.
Don't spoil it, Pearl.
I wouldn't dream.
Medic! Medic is bleeding! Medic! Medic!
Hey, Manny, you okay? Hey, Manny, you're
He's
having a
bleeding!
bad dream.
Medic!
Manny, come on, wake up!
What?
Manny, you're really sweating. You okay?
More than anything, I'm incredibly embarrassed.
I'll call Dr. Sternberg.
No, Stanley. Really, it's not at all necessary. I got a little too confident lately. I cut myself down on my medication. That's all. I'll go back to the normal amounts.
Those pills you take? I thought they were vitamins. You take so many. I hate this whole war.
too.
I can see it in your face. You really look scared.
It comes and goes.
You don't look scared now.
I'm not.
Good. Because I really need you to keep your promise to talk sense to my parents. I don't want to be selfish or anything, but if you're really feeling better and you think it won't upset
I'll
you,
do the best I can.
I know you will. I just hope your best is tough enough to wipe out her worst. I'm running out of time, Manny.
I'll do my best. It's not that Stanley actually hates the idea. It's just that he fears that maybe the reception might be a little gauche.
Of course it'll be gauche. Believe you me, Manny Boxbaum, I am a woman who knows gauche from not gauche. And I ask you, for once in the life of a wife and a mother who has worked every minute of every day of her entire life since 5th grade, shouldn't there be one big gauche party full of all of her friends and family? Just one?
Stanley's going to hate that chopped liver statue.
Maybe not, Manny.
Fern, I have 2 questions. That's all.
Please, Stanley, hurry. I have to keep the line open.
If you knew that there was going to be a statue of me at my bar mitzvah reception carved out of chopped liver, would you refuse to go to my bar mitzvah with me?
Chopped liver.
Chopped liver.
Would people eat it afterwards?
I never thought of that.
I mean, would they actually eat different parts of you?
Fern, I never thought of that.
Hurry, Stanley. I have to go call Rosie Berkowitz. What is your final question?
What would you think if my name wasn't Stanley Rosen, but Stanley Rose-North?
The stupidest thing in the whole world!
Okay, Bonnie Rose North is... Okay. Bonnie Red. Boring. Bonnie Richards. It's very calm. The Bonnie with the Richards. It has a certain je ne sais quoi. Huh? You hate it?
I hate this.
Look, while you're here, I want to go over some last-minute invitations with you. Mr. and Mrs. Jared Rossetti.
Mr. Rossetti? My social studies teacher? You're inviting Mr. Rossetti to my bar mitzvah? No. No.
But he'll feel left out, Stanley. He'll miss being with the other teachers.
They've all been invited?
And we've all accepted.
Oh, I'll never live to see 14. I will be the first human being in the history of the world to actually die of embarrassment.
I have it! Quiet, everybody listen!
Every night I hear another 100. Why?
What are you talking about, Poppy?
Stanley Royal!
Huh?
Pearl Royal!
Like the typewriter?
And I am Bonnie Royal Menswear! Well, that settles it. Royal is short, memorable, melodic, yet extremely safe. So what do you think? I'm waiting. I am waiting.
Hey, kid, how goes it?
Great. Never better. Want to know who I'm going to be? I'll tell you who I'm going to be. I'm going to be Stanley David Royal. A schmuck with earlaps who's carved in chopped liver in front of every teacher in his school.
You have to calm down, Stanley. Really. There's a way to work through this.
How? The bar mitzvah is less than a week away. She's got the whole town coming to see me in chopped liver, and he's changing my name into a comedy routine. Oh, Manny, what am I gonna do? I am 12.9 years old and I am losing my mind.
I'll talk to your father right away, Stanley.
What are you saying, Manny? You, of all people, should understand.
It's a war, Uncle. It's bigger than Jews and Gentiles.
I will not have rocks thrown through my
The
window.
world is going to have a few lunatics, Uncle. Even in a town like Sault Ste. Marie, changing your name doesn't change the way people are.
Manny, you're a nice boy, but This family has suffered enough for its Jewish name.
Uncle Barney, listen to me! I have just come from a war that is being fought in part over Jews. Jews who are proud to be Jews!
I am a Jew! But I see no reason to put it on my forehead, or on my wife's forehead, or on my innocent son's forehead. And that is my decision. My decision.
I thought I was confused.
I see what's coming. Today in Canada, it's rocks through windows. Tomorrow in Canada, it's going to be rocks through skulls. This family is changing its name from Rosen to Royal, and that, nephew, is that.
Air raid drill.
Air raid drill.
Turn out the lights.
Stanley, pull the curtains.
Air raid drill, pull the blackout curtains closed.
Stanley, help me close the blackout curtains. Carl, turn out the lights.
Are they out there? Look, are the Nazis out there?
There are no Nazis out there. Do you see, Mr. Royal, how scared you made your son?
Hit it! Hit the deck! The sky's full! 5 o'clock! Hit the deck! Hit it!
So, Mr. Rosen, what did Dr. Sternberg say after that?
He said if Manny stayed in bed, he'd feel better. His nerves are still shot.
So, why is it, after such good news about your cousin, you are still so depressed that you sing your Hoftorah like an Anglican?
Fred Brechman, my father is changing my name to Royal.
Royal Rosen?
No, my family. He thinks a Jewish name will get us in trouble in Canada, like it's doing for Jews in Poland. He thinks he's saving our lives. He's already published legal notices in the paper.
This is a problem, isn't it? Mr. Rosen, it is written in the Talmud that a child must treat his parents as though they were his king and queen. Also, let us be grateful for our parents. Had they not been tempted, we wouldn't be here. Tell me, Mr. Rosen, there are laws to the changing of names. How far along is your father in this?
The court hearing is at 4:30.
And it seems you do not want your name changed?
No, I don't want to hide from being a Jew, Red Brechman. I can understand why my father is frightened and all, but I think he's wrong.
The wolf does not fear the dog, but fears its bark. He who can only cringe can only move forward by creeping. Mr. Rosen, do you know what logic is?
Logic is, being sensible. Well, I don't know how to say it exactly.
To say it exactly. Very good, Mr. Rosen. To not know how to say it exactly, absolutely, is to not know how to say it logically. It's all in the Talmud. Mr. Rosen, in this life, one can never accept being the victim of anyone or anything. One must fight for control, to agree or disagree. Well, Mr. Rosen, any ideas? After all, in a few days, you'll be a man.
I'm going to fight, Red Brechman. I'm going to fight with logic and with truth. I'm going to tell them why I want a Jewish name, what it means to me. That's what I'm going to do, Red Brechman, okay?
Do you think it's okay?
What, Stanley? What could be so important, Stanley? It is so late. I'll get killed
Fern,
for this.
please.
Well, what?
If I were to pick you up now, at your house, would you run away with me and get married and live in Ottawa?
No.
I see. You won't marry me?
No.
Will you just run away with me?
No.
If I were to run away and then send for you, Would you follow me later?
No.
Fern, let me just get this straight. You won't run away with me.
No.
You won't follow me or
No.
marry me?
No, no.
Are you in love with Irving Yanover?
Oh, Stanley, don't be disgusting.
Great talking to you, Fern.
Are you Judge Brown? We're here to change our family.
Oh, yes, Mr. Rosen. I have your file. Do you have your application with you? Have you published your intention?
Here are the clippings, Judge Brown. Sault Ste. Marie Star, the Ontario Gazette.
Oh, yes, thank you. This seems to be in order. Are there any persons here as objectors? I suppose it's just us here, isn't it?
I object.
I beg your pardon?
I object to the name change.
Stanley.
What is this? Shut your mouth, Stanley.
I won't shut my mouth. I'm not afraid of you, just your bark. If I cringe, Mama, I'll only be able to move forward by creeping.
What is this? Are you fucking fighting mother?
Shush, Barney.
Don't shush me, Pearl.
You are my king and queen. I'm grateful for you being tempted. Listen to me, sir. I'm not doing this because I think my father is wrong. It's just that he hasn't seen the correct choice. Sir, don't let him change my name. If he wants to change his own, that's for him to decide. I would never change your name on you, Poppy. I never would. I am getting bar mitzvahed on Saturday in front of everybody, and I want to be bar mitzvahed as Stanley Rosen. That's who I am. A Jew with a Jewish name.
Barney.
Stanley, damn it.
This is my name. Mine. I'm proud to be a Jew, and I want it stamped all over me. I want everybody to know that we've been around since the beginning of time, and we're smart, and we're nice. Can you see, sir, that logically, I, Stanley Rosen, am a person, and I have rights.
I'm sorry, Stanley, but under the laws of the Dominion of Canada, until you reach the age of 14, you are legally an infant.
All the time I'm 13, infant?
An infant.
But on Saturday I become a man, by Jewish law.
That may well be.
Oh.
Stanley, stop!
Stanley.
This is the worst thing you've ever done, Stanley Rosen. Explain yourself, Stanley.
But didn't you listen to what I just said in there?
Stanley David Rosen, you listen. That man is a judge. Who are you to cause such an embarrassment?
But I don't want to change my name, Poppy.
You are my son, and you will change your name. I am telling you now. Telling you. You will change your name. And that
I don't want to
is
be your
that.
son. Do you hear me? I wish I were your son.
How dare you? How dare you?
Please help me, Manny. I'm sunk, truly sunk. It's Tuesday. The bar mitzvah is Saturday. I've only got 3 days.
3 days? God created half the universe in 3 days.
Don't fret, wise now, Manny. Okay, I've got a headache.
Sorry.
If I had a minute, if I had 10 Jewish men, the Torah could be opened and read, right?
I don't know what you're asking me exactly.
No, Manny, you don't know what I'm asking you. Logically. No matter what I seem to be doing, Manny, I need you to trust me. Can you trust me?
Does tuna fish come in cans?
It certainly does.
I certainly do.
Wish me luck, Manny.
You don't need luck. You're Stan the man.
Not yet, Manny. But that's my plan.
But Mr. Rosen, today is Wednesday, tomorrow is already Thursday. How will I ever find a minion of 10 such Jewish men in one day's time?
I have spent the night awake, silent, thinking, Red Breckman. I have used logic from start To finish, I know how I'm going to do this. Exactly. 10 13-year-old men are 10 men. Yes, a minion. Yes.
Yes.
If the Torah is opened and read, then it's legal. Yes.
Yes, and if 10 such men can be convinced to join our cause, I will have to offer my services, because I am a rabbi.
You can give me a list of the men that you've bar mitzvahed in the last year or so, both from Ontario and Canada and Michigan.
Yes, I can do that, yes.
And you won't go away, Red Breckman. Yes, you'll be here tomorrow. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Rosen. I'll be here.
Thank you, Red Breckman. Hello? Al Rubenstein? This is Stanley Rosen. I'm on the Canadian side. Hello? Albie Singer? This is Stanley Rosen. Hello? Harvey? This is Stanley. Barney Rosen Menswear? Queen Street. Hi. They all showed up. Red Breckman, they all came to help me.
Jews can be like that, Mr. Rosen.
Manny, where's Stanley?
He left.
How can this be? It's 6:30 in the morning.
What time did he leave, Manny?
He left at 2 o'clock.
Call the police, Barney.
No, Aunt Pearl, it's not necessary.
I blame you! What have you done to this family, you? When I call the police, what name do I give them, you? I'm talking to you, Mr. Royal. If anything happens to my son, Barney... Call the police. Please. Now!
We are gathered to witness the bar mitzvah of Stanley David Rosen, who is ready to become a member of our congregation today. Stanley Rosen cannot help but be shaped by this moment of bar mitzvah, by the celebration of his becoming a Jew, by the celebration of you, Stanley David Rosen, Jewish man.
I am Stanley David Rosen. Today, I am a man.
He's home!
Stanley!
Stanley!
Where have you been?
Where have you been? We've been calling all over.
You'd better sit down, Mama. I've already been bar mitzvahed, Mama.
You what?
You!
I
What?
had myself bar mitzvahed legally at 8 o'clock this morning. It's over.
How could you do this to me, Stanley?
It's okay. You can still have the reception. I didn't have that. I just had the bar mitzvah ceremony. Nothing has changed, really. And if you want to change our name, Poppy, go ahead. It's fine, really. I've been bar mitzvahed as Stanley Rosen, and I will be Stanley Rosen until I die. After all, in the eyes of Jews, I'm a man. I'm not an infant, you know. I have ideas. Just like you had when you were 13. I have feelings, too.
Stanley. Stanley, I love you so much.
I love you so much, too, Poppy.
Can you forgive me, Stanley? Please?
You're my father. A cutaway?
A cutaway. Very sexy stuff.
At least the colors are appropriate. For my funeral, yesterday I became a man. Today I'm becoming a dead man.
Why the nervous breakdown?
I'm about to become the first human being in the history of the world not to have a date for his very own bar mitzvah reception.
Fern turned you down, eh?
Oh, Manny, why is life without hope?
You know, Stanley, I've been listening to most of your telephone conversations with Fern. And I think, well, I might be able to give you a couple of ideas about handling, well, women.
You will? Man, I will be your slave for life if you can turn this all around for me.
Turning your telephone approach to women around is exactly what I plan on doing, Stanley.
But when did you meet her?
She just moved into the Sioux about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks? 3 entire weeks and you haven't mentioned her to me even once? That is so cruel, Stanley. Stanley, that's so secretive.
I wanted to, Fern, but you've been, well, a little hard to talk to.
That is hardly an excuse for seeing somebody else behind my back.
Look, Fern, I really feel terrible about this. If you really want to be my date, I could, I don't know, I could say something to her. If you really want to be my date.
How could you ever doubt that I wanted to be your date, Stanley?
What is the
It's his
nature
body.
of the chopped liver?
Yeah.
It's me, Chinsky. You thought maybe I was Farintelli, the famous sculptor? I'm an actor. I'm working. Little voices get heard. That is the most wonderful thing about life. The voices of children or little families whose lives have no real impact on history, just on each other. These voices somehow get out, and sometimes the world listens. The war in Europe finally ended. The War of the Rosens ended too. Manny Boxbaum married a nice girl from Vancouver. They had 2 boys for whom Pearl supervised their bar mitzvah reception. Complete with statuary. Manny Boxbaum died in his sleep, peacefully, at the age of 81. Fern Phipps stayed in love with Stanley Rosen, but she also stayed in love with Irving Yanover.
What? Oh.
But you'll be able to see this for yourself. There will be another play, The Chopin Playoffs, starring Fern and her family, 3 Rosens, 3 Yanovers, and 2 Steinways. Oh, I should tell you a little story about Barney. A salesman, who shortened his name from Silberstein to Silber, asked Barney what his name had been before he shortened his name to Rosen. And Barney answered,
Before Rosen, our name was Royal.
So, that's everyone. Oh yes, as for me, Jacob Odenchinsky, I never lived, so I never died. I'm just 3 characters in a play about a very nice family, the Rosens, who, by any other name, are still, now and forever, the Rosens.
Yeah! Woo! Woo! That was so good.
That was the just one, so I mean, not just biased.
That
but
was so